collective, welcome back to the channel, Elevated Spirits. It's Jazi, your favorite Cali reader. So this is going to be a kind of an impromptu type of just, random post full moon message. Okay, this full moon period, which I know for a lot of you probably has been intense. A lot of you have been hearing a lot of things about what this, the energies during this time, what it's supposed to, be like, and all that. It's going to be different for everybody. But for me personally, this shit was so fucking intense, and lately, for whatever reason, most of the new and full moon cycles haven't been that bad for me, at least. This one was very different, and my cycle started today as well. It actually started yesterday, which was actually on the full moon. So like dealing with, the complexities of that, right, in a physical sense within my body, but also in an on a spiritual in a spiritual sense as well. So anyway, I'm sending all of you who need it so much strength, so much love, so much positive energy, because I don't know what y'all are experiencing. Feel free to drop it in the comments if you like, but like for me, just I'm doing my best to try to like step into more of a transparency type of energy where even when I'm going through like really chaotic times, because I'm like, I keep hearing that these are the times that, the periods of our journey, the phases of our journey that nobody talks about, right? And so for me, which is also beneficial to my healing as well, is to allow myself to talk about these things as I'm processing them as well. So that's kind of like part of what I'm doing here. It's just the last couple days, like I really needed to sit with my own self, sit in my own shit, so to speak, to where I don't like, feeling like I'm dumping on anybody or projecting anything that I'm dealing with personally onto anybody. So it's like I've been processing my stuff. I've been purging a lot the last couple days. My birthday is literally in 2 days. Well, my solar return is in 2 days. And I don't even really celebrate it anymore. Like I'm not in that space. So it's just a lot happening at this time right now. Stuff with me and my son, just kind of like came up during this full moon energy that was, had me crying and all kinds of stuff. It's been a lot, you guys, for the last few days. So, for those of you that are experiencing anything similar, just know you're not alone. You're not by yourself. Like I said, it's just been a while since the full moon eclipse energy has hit me like that. And this time, for whatever reason, was just very, 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 very intense for me. And obviously, I know things happen as it's needed, as it's necessary, as it's, divinely aligned to, right? But you still don't fully expect it when it happens. It's kind of just like, shit. Like, we know we're not exempt. So it's like for some of us, being healers and being whatever we do and spiritually, and how we are of service to others, is just like this shit for some of us is that much more intense because of our responsibility to being of service to spirit, right? Letting spirit express itself through us, to others, to support others on their journey, things like that. It's just like, it can be really, a lot. It can be a lot, because obviously, yes, we can handle it, but it's like, we get tired. We get fucking tired. Like it's not easy, and you can't control really, the intensity of which these shifts hit us, right? The speed in which it comes. It's like, it's difficult to try to like maintain balance during that time, right? That's part of the mastery, is practicing how to do that and actually applying, what we're practicing. But it still don't really mean that it's easy to do it in the moment. So anyway, this reading is because, because of me trying to keep my shit in alignment, right? During the last few days, I haven't been able to record all the signs readings that I wanted to do before the full moon. So I am starting with at least a collective reading post full moon to see, basically what this full moon is revealing for you guys, what is, coming up for you at this time, or what is this full moon period trying to eclipse out of your life, right now. Okay. So me being a Virgo in Virgo season, it's, 444 on the timer. It's just, it's a lot going on right now. And Saturn is in retrograde. Like, bruh, it's just a lot. So let's get into this. Spirit for the collective. What is this full moon bringing up for the collective at this time? What is it bringing to our attention? What is it trying to bring to our awareness? What needs to leave? What needs to go? What is this full moon bringing up for the collective at this time? What does it need us to be aware of right now, please? Clear, accurate messages for the collective spirit. What is coming up at this time that we need to release, that we need to let go of? What is this full moon bringing up for the collective, please? Whoa. Okay. Truth be told and higher power. Okay. So orphaned is at the bottom. Some of you are feeling like you're by yourself right now, but the truth is that there's a higher power at play, meaning that there are forces, unseen forces that are in control of the situation that you aren't able to really do anything about. So it's kind of like that energy of, don't get stressed out about what you can't control. Control what you can, which is your mind, your thoughts, or at least what you allow yourself to be influenced by, and how you respond as those thoughts come in, right? As you know, things are taking place in your 3D experience, it's up to you how you respond to that, right? So like I said, it's like some of you are feeling like you're by yourself right now. I feel like that's also something that is going to change. I feel like that's obviously it's all temporary, right? But I feel like for some of you, you've been feeling like that for quite some time, and it's time for that to shift now. Okay. I feel like it was just maybe some of you were going through a period of where spirit was trying to teach you how to rely maybe more on yourself, right? Not to say that spirit isn't always with you anyway, but it is just to say that more so in the 3D, in the physical sense, right? To be more self-reliant, more resilient, more self-sufficient in some type of way. Okay. I feel like it's just part of the preparation process for the next level, for the next chapter, the next phase of your journey. Okay. So let's see what else spirit for the collective. Fuck yeah. Cornucopia. Okay. Card 11. Yes. It's like, yeah, it's like some of you are feeling like you're by yourself right now, but it's like, little do you know is that spirit has bigger and better plans for you. Okay. It's like for some of you, it's like spirit had to remove a bunch of different people from your life, from your experience, because not everybody is meant to enjoy this with you. Not everybody is meant to go where you're going. Not everybody has done the work. Not everybody has made the sacrifices that have been requested, right, to get on this path, to call this in for themselves, to have that experience. So it's like some of you, yeah, you're feeling orphaned right now. You're feeling by yourself, but that's about to change because you have a soulmate coming in. Okay. So this person may be sending you a message. They may be wanting to meet up. They may be wanting to give you a gift of some sort. Okay. And you may be kind of like questioning it, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Right. But that's part of what is owed to you right now. Okay. It's like spirit has like taken the reins in the situation, and you know, it's like it's turning things in your favor because it's time. Okay. It's like it's time. Your hard work is paying off. Okay. This is the time. This is the harvest season. Okay. So at the bottom we have hostilities. All right. So there may be people around you that are seeing your come up, your glow up or whatever, and it's like they may not be happy for you. But, you know, that could be who this hostile energy is. Okay. So it's like you're just needing to be in this energy of just, you know, I'm a chill. I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna let spirit do its thing in my life on my behalf, right? That's what it feels like. You guys, like this, you know, is coming up for you guys right now. It's like you guys have so much positive energy that's coming towards you, so much abundance, so much it feels like to look forward to, where spirit is saying you just need to relax. Okay. Regardless of what others are doing around you, regardless of what others have going on, it has nothing to do with you. Okay. You just need to relax in your knowing that things are happening the way that they need to. You just need to release, you know, maybe your control of maybe how you want other people to respond or how you think they should respond, and leave that to the higher power, leave that to spirit to, you know, take care of. It's like we don't need to take on more than we need to, especially when it comes to other people. Like sometimes we find ourselves taking on more than we should, and then wondering why, you know, our stuff that should have been already happening for us is slowed down or isn't happening at all. And it's like, yeah, because we've taken on energetically, we've allowed others in their lives and what they have going on to fill that space of what should be our own blessings and manifestations. So let's see. All right. Whoa. So Capricorn, devil energy. It tried to fly out just now. So for some of you maybe dealing with Capricorn, you may have Capricorn placements, okay? But that also has to do with the material realm and, you know, your lower nature, okay? And being mindful of not letting that, the ego, that's the egoic side of you, not letting that lower nature, you know, drive the car and take control, make decisions, right? Let's see. Let's clarify spirit. Clarify truth be told. Why is that here for the collective? Post this full moon energy. Why is that here for the collective? What is the truth? What is the truth be told about? Okay. So for some of you, Four of Pentacles, it's something that you've been holding back. Some of you, it's like something you've been keeping to yourself. For others of you, this is about when this cornucopia comes in, this is about keeping it to yourself, okay? Some of you are being guided to not tell anybody about it, or at least, you know, at the beginning, don't, right? But others of you, this has to do with, it feels like something that you've been kind of like keeping to yourself, some type of truth that you're needing to express that you haven't been wanting to share. This is like spirit letting you know, like, we're here, we have your back. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of, it feels like beautiful energy that's waiting to come in, but it's like there's whatever it is you're holding on to, it feels like it's like taking up that space where it could be filled with, you know, things that you actually want. It's like it's being held up right now, okay? So I feel like some of you, this full moon is bringing up where you need to be honest with ourselves about, you know, how that applies. Okay, what are we holding on to that ultimately is kind of like keeping our blessings at bay, keeping the things that we have been asking for, that we know we should have already been experiencing. What is keeping it away from us right now? Okay, so I feel like this is, you know, present an opportunity for us to be honest with ourselves. What are we holding on to? What are we holding back? What are we keeping inside? What are we holding in, you know, holding so close to us that is ultimately a cycle, something that has maybe continuously been happening, right? Where can we identify what that is and allow ourselves to release it, because we understand that the purpose that it once had and why it was here in the first place has been served, right? That cycle has been closed, so we can release that, right? So let's clarify, what is the higher power? Why is it here for the collective spirit? Why is higher power here? Lovers. Interesting. So I feel like it's really important for you at this time, collective, to really pay attention to what the universe is doing, the moves that it's making, especially when it comes to your love life. Things that you're holding on to, or people that you are holding on to, if they're trying to remove it, I feel like this is really going to be important for you to let it happen, even if you feel like you're by yourself, even if you feel like, you know, this is the only person that I have. It's really pushing you to trust and know that spirit knows what it's doing. It's always going to, you know, make moves, even if in the moment it feels really uncomfortable or you can't really see the end result. That's where you're being really asked to trust the higher power and trust that, you know, spirit always has a bigger and better plan than what our minds can, you know, really truly fathom, right? It's like you have your path, the most harmonious path is aligning with you right now. It's like spirit is making moves, or the things that is falling away. So that's what spirit's way of letting you know, the things that are maybe being eclipsed out of your life at this time, collective. That's why spirit is doing it. Okay. It's happening in order to align you to your abundance, to all this, you know, that you've been putting away, that's been just kind of like growing underneath the surface in the background, right? Based on the thoughts and the energy that you've been, you know, aligning to, the things you've been manifesting. It's like all of that has been kind of like growing and playing itself out in the background. And so it's like trying to align you to finally see the harvest of all the work you've been doing, like energetically, that you're finally going to see in 3D, where it's like, holy shit, this is all, like, all this is what I've been growing, like, with my mind. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's kind of like that. As crazy as that kind of like sounds when you say it, that's what spirit's giving me here. So let's see. Clarify cornucopia. Why is it here for the collective spirit? Ooh. Yes. Yes. The Empress. Okay. See what I'm fucking saying? Come through, spirit. Okay, can't even make this shit up, right? Yes. So that is your ultimate abundance. This is the abundance card. Okay, this is all your needs being met in overflow. Okay, for some of you, you may be finding out you're pregnant. All right, and it's like something. This is something that maybe some of y'all, you deep down know. That could be for some of you what this truth is that you've been holding back, is that, you know, some of y'all had something going on, and you're pregnant, and you maybe find out you're pregnant. But I feel like the key thing to know here, that some of you may in the moment may not have already kind of like come to realize, but it feels like you're going to discover this in meditation. Okay, that some of you that are finding out you're pregnant, it's there's a higher power here at play with that whole situation, where some of you, it's like, but you know, I used a condom, or like I made sure that da da da, and somehow it still happened. I feel like that's your indication to know that it happened because it was supposed to. That's how you know that it wasn't a mistake, because you actually tried to prevent it from happening, and it happened anyway. I feel like for some, that's feels so fucking specific, but I feel like if that applies to you, you're gonna know it. Okay, and that's something, like I said, that's gonna come through where it feels like in meditation. Okay, I feel like you're also being asked at this time to give yourself space, give yourself grace, because you guys are really coming into birthing a new, for some of you, if it's not a baby, like a physical manifestation of a fetus, right? Others of you, this is birthing new opportunities, really birthing, stepping into, aligning to a brand new timeline, a higher timeline. Okay, and it feels like for those of you that are having people around you that maybe, you know, trying to cause conflict or things like that, it's because energetically, it's like these people can feel that you're moving on. Okay, even if it's like, you know, that you're moving timelines, and some of you are like keeping this information to yourself. Okay, some of you maybe find yourself saving money, things like that, or coming into enough money to have to save, right? But it's like people around you, they're not going to be happy. Okay, because it's like maybe you're leaving, you know, making other people feel left out. This doesn't always have to be your energy collective. Okay, but it feels like, for, you know, some of you, it may feel like that, right? Because you guys are choosing, you're stepping into a new timeline, and it's like other people who haven't done the work, yeah, they're going to feel left out, or maybe they're making you feel like that because you're moving on without them. You're outgrowing certain connections or certain timelines here because you're moving on. You're stepping into, it feels like, the most abundant period of your life for some of you. Okay, others of you, this is what's on its way. This is, you know, still to come. Okay, but don't let people feel bad for the fucking work you've done, for you earning, you know what I'm saying, your spot here. You've done the fucking work, right? And so it feels like spirit, right, higher power, is aligning you. It's putting you in alignment with the most, you know, harmonious path. Others of you, this could definitely be a connection. Okay, and this could, for some of you, feels like an ex. All right, that is feeling left out in the cold because you're moving on to someone that's more aligned to your frequency. Okay, that has a capacity to love you properly because they know who the fuck you are. They know you're a goddess. They know you're abundant. They know that they have to match that energy because of your caliber, because the energy that you exude. They know that they just can't come at you any kind of way. Okay, only certain types of individuals can even match the frequency of an empress. Okay, and so it's like some of you have, that's what spirit is aligning to you right now. Okay, someone that is more in alignment, that knows how to treat you, that knows how to you know, properly care for you, you know, and hold space for you and things like that, right? It's not to say that you need all those things, but it's about you being in a position to allow it, to have that experience, because you know you deserve to have the experience, and you're, you know, energetically capable of allowing that experience to, you know, take place, for yourself to align to have it. So let's see, what is this rest and rejuvenate spirit? Why is that here for the collective? Why is rest and rejuvenate here for the collective, please? So what I'm also getting here too, with this, is that some of you, it's like you guys have done the work. This is spirit letting you know that when you're guided to take a break, or if some of you have been like finding yourself like really tired, this is spirit letting you know, take a break. Okay, you are like, you've done the work here, right? Now you're just waiting for the harvest. Harvest time is here. There's nothing left for you to do, so now you can rest. Okay, some of you, this full moon is for some of you, is really putting you on your behind, and it's doing that on purpose, because you need to, it's like you need to rest. Because why? When we typically, this is just an analogy, but me coming from experience, right? When you're put in this resting position, because you're carrying this new beginning, this new start, this new baby, this new whatever this is, okay? You're being put in this position of rest because why? When this is born, when this new thing, whatever it is birthed, it's like it's going to open up a whole new life for you. You don't know. It's like a lot of people aren't ready for the new challenges that a baby you know, bringing a baby into the world brings. So during this period of gestation, right, where the like the baby is growing and it's getting, you know, nourished and it's developing, all those things, it's like there's a lot going on in that process. But where we're guided to rest, we need to take that time, because when that baby is born, guess what? You're not sleeping. You're going to be up late nights. Like for babies that are colicky, that just won't fucking stop crying. Like, you don't know what really that baby is going to be putting you in for. You don't know the challenges that come up until you're actually in it, right? So that's going to be the same for a new job, a new position, a new role, a new business, whatever that is. It's like you have an initial idea, a generalization about how something should generally go, but there's no fucking guarantee that that's just going to be just, you know, play out so smoothly, even though logically, right? Logically thinking, you feel like, okay, this should typically go like this, and it could, right? But it's not going to be like that all the time. So the point in saying that is to say, if you're being guided right now, collective, to rest, if you're feeling like I don't have any energy to do anything, allow yourself to fucking rest, because things are about to change for you, collective. If they already haven't, okay, look, 9 of Cups at the bottom. Things are about to change for you in a major way. You guys are coming into, I feels like, a lot of more, you know, things where it's going to give you like a whole new level of responsibility, but it's positive, right? You're going to want this responsibility, but you want to make sure that you have the energy that's necessary to take it on when it arrives, okay? Because for some of you, you may be feeling like this for a little while, okay? Until this soulmate reaches out to you, until the soulmate arrives and, you know what I'm saying, comes into your experience. It's like you're going to need to hold it down, right? So let's clarify. What is the rest of rejuvenation? Why is it here for the collective spirit? Why is it here, please? Look at that. Ace of Pentacles, okay? Because you have a brand new fucking beginning. Like I said, spirit is giving you a brand new start. It's giving you a brand new, for some of you, this is a brand new business. This is a brand new adventure. Something that is gonna, like, that is physically manifesting in your 3D reality. And that's why you're, again, needing to rest. Like I was just saying, and spirit confirmed it. So you're needing to rest up, because when this new beginning happens, or this new job comes in, or this new offer, this new opportunity, collaboration, whatever this might be for you, whatever this pentacle represents, has the potential to go all the way. It has the potential to get you from the 1 to the 10, right? Which is creating a legacy from it. This is letting you know this is the potential that this has. But if you're, you know, not allowing yourself, giving yourself the space and grace to relax and rest into this, to, you know, be able to even take it on, you're not going to even accept the opportunity when it arrives, let alone build it and grow it to what it can, you know, has potential to become. Okay. So that's pretty, I feel like that's pretty direct there, collective. Okay. This is a general reading, so, you know, please take it as the messages as they apply. All right. If it's not your message, it may not be right now, or, you know, it just may not be your message at all. So please use your discernment. Okay. If you would like a private reading, feel free to reach out for those as well. So, okay. So Death card is here at the top. So yeah, like I said, things are a lot of things are changing for you guys right now, collective. So we're gonna grab a couple cards from my deck, Signs and Synchronicities Oracle deck. Okay, 88 cards. So let's see, what signs or synchronicities should the collective be looking out for at this time, Spirit, and why? What are the signs and synchronicities that the collective should be looking out for at this time, and why? So we have balloons that are here at the bottom. So some of you, if you are seeing balloons, right, I would note the color, okay, like the frequency, meaning how many times you saw it, and the colors, like, you know, the colors that you've seen, or if it was the same color, because all the colors have, you know, correspondences to like the days, the planets, things like that. So I feel like that could also put pieces together, like pieces to the puzzle together, to figure out why you keep seeing that particular sign or message. Okay, so let's see. For the collective, Spirit, what are the signs and synchronicities they should be looking out for at this time for their highest and greatest good for this full moon? So you have two that came out, coins and elephants. Okay, so some of you may be finding like coins on the ground, things like that. That's signs of prosperity. Okay, we have bees here at the bottom. So some of you, if you find yourself, from what I've recently learned about bees, is that if you get stung unprovoked, meaning you didn't do anything to the bee to make it sting you, but it stung you, it's because it wanted to, it felt that it had, like, it was able to identify that you had something within you that it could heal, and so it sacrificed its life to give that healing to you. Isn't that so selfless? And we fucking run from bees, we kill them, we fucking, hit them and shoo them away and shit like that. And little do we know how, like, powerful and healing they really are, right? So anyway, so yeah, if you ever get stung without provoking a bee, that's why, because it felt like it had some, like, its medicine could heal something that it could identify within you, because that's how high the bees frequency vibrate. Like bees, how they make honey is because of the vibration. Like how they build the honeycomb, they do that with the vibration of their wings. Like a lot of people don't even fucking know that. I didn't know that for a long time, right? So just like the more you know, the more you fucking know. So anyway, some of you, this is about your hard work paying off. Okay, the hard work you've been investing, that you've been like dedicating your time, energy, and effort towards, it's like that is paying off. That's why, like I said, it's like this cornucopia. You guys have like a lot of beautiful blessings that are coming in at this time. So Spirit wants you to really take this time right now, especially if you feel like, I just don't have any energy, I'm tired, whatever. Please allow yourself to fucking rest. Okay, like for me, it put me on my ass, and I get why now, because I needed it, right? Because my cycle started, right, because of the full moon, and like, it's necessary. That's what the full moon is, the harvest season. Okay, so it's like it's preparing us for these new opportunities here that Spirit is aligning. So for some of you, like I said, coins, right? Coins. Y'all are seeing coins at this time with the Four of Pentacles. Coins, okay? Cornucopia. Like, how many more signs do we need, right? Thank you, Spirit. So, collective. It's kind of like, I really don't know how much clearer it can get, but it's like Spirit is letting you know you guys have beautiful divine opportunities that Spirit is aligning you to right now, okay? So if you're finding yourself finding like random coins on the ground in different places, that's your indication to let you know prosperity is near. If you're being guided to go play the lottery or buy a scratch off or whatever, do that, okay? So coin says blessings are aligning. Express more gratitude daily. Money/stability is on its way. What you need right when it's needed. Be open to receive. Save in small ways. Were we talking about that? Okay, this is what this card represents, saving. And that's what we're talking about, coming into having the money to save. So even if you guys can just start, saving just $1 here and there, or like coins here and there, wherever you can, this is how you start shifting your connection with money. For those who've had that, struggle, obviously this message is coming up. So if that's you, right, that's how you start shifting that relationship with money, by drawing more to you, because you're showing money that you know what to do with it, that it can trust being with you, right? By you treating it correctly, by you allowing yourself to save in small increments wherever you can, right? So give, help when you can, make a wish, talisman. Okay, so some of you may be guided to, if you know anything about talismans, you may be guided to create a talisman with the coin. I've done that before as well. I've also created like mojo bags, for those who know what that is. Mojo bags, and you put like lucky coins in there from, like, especially if they're international, right, from different currencies, different denominations, things like that. So some of you, like I said, maybe seeing certain coins over and over again, that's your indication, letting you know that you have divine opportunities that Spirit is giving you right now. For some of you, this is serving as a confirmation. Okay, for some of you, this is a big yes to a question that you may have had upon starting this reading. Okay, so for those of you that are maybe like asking, should I take this job? Is it going to be prosperous? Is it going to grow? Is it going to, or am I going to get the job? This is your indication. Yes, these are all yes cards. Okay, there's literally nothing negative here, like at all, which is cool. Like I'm here for it, except for like these two here at the bottom, but this is like hidden energy, right? So this is like what's underneath the surface, but if you're not putting your attention and focus on it, it's not going to amplify. Okay, only what grows and amplifies is what we put so much of our attention and focus to. Okay, so then we have elephant, slow and steady. Remember what's necessary. So that's when it comes to memory. Some of you may have issues when it comes to your memory, but it feels like or you feel like, I suffer from short-term memory loss. I feel like you don't. I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing nobody or nothing like that. I'm just speaking off of intuitive insight, guidance, what Spirit is giving me right now, and experience. So like I was saying, it's just, an idea here. This is just something to consider, that you may not actually suffer from short-term memory loss, but it may more so be like your body's way of it only really retains at the front of your brain what's necessary, like what you need. And the rest of it, it puts it or stores it somewhere else, where if you need to tap into that or access that file, like you would like a hard drive, things like that, how we put things in folders, it feels like your memory is kind of like, it operates in that same kind of way, okay? So I feel like for those that feel like you struggle with short-term memory loss, don't, Spirit is saying don't project that onto yourself, okay? You just need to know that your brain just has different ways of storing information, okay? It doesn't mean that something is wrong with you, right? Because that's how you manifest that actually being a problem, right? Is by saying that this is an issue for me, right? Instead, that's how you reframe it, right? By saying, and you give it a more positive connotation to it, is by saying that my brain just stores things differently. My brain, condenses things differently, or what's the fucking word? Compresses. It compresses files differently, which is our experience, aka our experiences, emotions, whatever, right? Information, data. It processes it differently, compresses the files differently. That's all, right? So we also have period of major growth. Yes, royal bloodline. Some of you also may be discovering that you have, some of you, that could be what this cornucopia is, this new beginning, this money. Some of you, this could be an inheritance that some of you are coming into, and this is like preparing you for however this, you're coming into it. Like a lot of us, like, we want certain things, we want certain amounts of money, things like that, but a lot of people aren't aware of how to, what we call, bind it down when they ask for something, because a lot of people aren't aware of what sacrifice is required to obtain that thing until it's too late, until you already got the thing and the sacrifice has been made. But a lot of us aren't aware ahead of time what the sacrifice might be. So while some of us are like, yeah, I want my inheritance, I want that money, not realizing, oh, that's going to come through the death of, a person that you really care a lot about for you to get that money. Is that a trade-off? Like, you don't get that option to decide if that's a trade-off you want before you ask for the thing. So that's why they say be careful what you wish for, because a lot of people aren't aware ahead of time of whatever the sacrifice might be to receive whatever that is. Okay, so some of you, but it's teaching you something. It's like there's a lesson here that's being learned through this elephant energy. Okay, for some of you, I'm hearing elephant in the room. Okay, it's like there's something to be learned here. There's a lesson to be gained. There's wisdom and knowledge to be obtained here. Okay, it's like you obtain wisdom through the knowledge that you apply to your experiences. Okay, knowledge ain't shit if you don't do anything with it. So I feel like some of you, whatever it is that you're experiencing right now, it's being experienced because there's a lesson to be learned. Okay, there's something that needed to be, there's a I'm also hearing a contract that needed to be fulfilled. Okay, so a lot of times what, a lot of people I'm learning as well that are, that get really upset, they take it really personal when things happen to other people, or like, say for example, when people die, right, when people pass away, however it is that they transition off this planet, a lot of people get upset, or they take it personal when it really has nothing to do with them. They don't know what type of contracts this person signed up for. They don't know what type of contracts with other people that they had, even when it comes to other people unaliving other people. Like, you don't know what type of experiences their soul signed up to have in this lifetime. Okay, so even though your human logical mind can't maybe perceive it or understand it, right, that's not always your job to do. Okay, so we also have wisdom. Forgive but don't forget. Okay, so when it comes to maybe people or experiences, make sure you allow, as you can, right? I'm not telling you what to do, but if it feels in alignment, okay, allow yourself to forgive others, okay, if you need to, but don't forget. Okay, don't let just because you forgave them make you oblivious to letting certain experiences repeat themselves. Okay, so we also have powerful as a human. So I feel like that's talking about it's like realizing, stepping into your power as a human being, realizing how powerful you are, that you don't need to be the size of an elephant to know that you're powerful, to know that you hold a divine divine power within you. You don't need to be the size of the elephant. You don't need to have maybe the strength of an elephant to have that same type of power that an elephant has. Okay, I feel like it shows up in a different way. So we have loyalty, charge forward, good luck, majestic, strong, spiritual awakening, easily clear obstacles. Okay, so like the easily clear obstacles is like how an elephant can like easily trample over anything in its path, anything in its way. It feels like some of you are like stepping into that timeline for yourself where you're able to easily overcome challenges or obstacles. It's like you guys are like, it feels like coming, like I said, into a new opportunity to maybe where it's like, if life has been challenging or maybe even financially challenging, it's like that's finally changing, because maybe some of you collective have finally gained the wisdom or knowledge that this period of maybe penny pinching or being a martyr or like, you know, not having enough, things like that, you've finally learned what you're supposed to learn from that experience or from that situation, to where finally now you're in the energy of receiving. You're now being put in a position to receive the abundance that you're now able to hold on to. You're now able to handle. Why? Because your energetic container has made room for it. You're able to energetically hold it. You can energetically hold it now, right? Because of the wisdom and knowledge you've gained, the things you've allowed yourself to release. Why? Because you've learned, right, that for me to allow in new things, new opportunities, new, you know, forms of abundance, right, I need to make room. I need to let old things go to allow new things in, right? That's, you know, ultimately the change here, the death and the rebirth, right? The releasing of the old life to make room for the new life, right? So that's a really beautiful place to be, collective. So let's wrap with some guidance or advice where spirit wants you to focus. Put your focus at this time for this full moon energies. I feel like are really going to be playing out for the rest of the month, but most intensely 3 days before, 3 days after. So I mean, you'll know obviously how it's affecting you. Okay, so because if there's something that, like, let's say you're guided to do today, but you don't actually do till, let's say, October 1st, right? That energy is still going to be present there. So, and even though the full moon is long gone, right? If that's still something that, you know, a situation or experience that you need to deal with that came up during that full moon, you know what I'm saying? Then it's still going to affect you. So, you know, don't let the days play you into thinking that, well, the full moon was 2 weeks ago. Why is this now happening? Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't let it fool you like that. All right, so let's see. Oh, okay. So we have patience. Okay, what else for the collective? Should I focus on guidance, advice? All right, so we have patience, give, let it go. Okay, so whatever it is that you've been holding on to, whether it's limiting beliefs, you know, how, when you think something should happen, how you think it should happen, let that shit go. Okay, because that's how you create resistance. That's how you create blockages, stagnancy, and ultimately you keep your blessings farther away than what they need to be. Okay, so patience says you're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong, and there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way you want them to in this moment. Have patience. It will eventually work out. Absolutely. And then we have give. One of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others. When we do so, we feel lifted up and our lives improve greatly because of someone else's happiness. Think of one way you can give to another today. Okay. And the bottom, let it go, says you're being asked to let go of whatever pain and resentment you've been holding on to. It's hurting you, and you can't fully be present in your life if you're holding on to this negativity. Release it and be free. Okay. So like I said, for those of you who, you know, are, like I said, holding on to something that, you know, in truth, you know, isn't good for you, or you know that, you know, you've outgrown or is no longer in alignment, this is spirit indicating, yes, let it go. Okay, because it's like spirit has a higher plan. Okay, spirit has maybe another connection on, you know, on the tail end of something. Some of you may be afraid to let someone go or break up with someone because you're afraid of being abandoned. Some of you, that's a wound right there in itself to, like, let you know that this is present. Okay. I feel like some of you need to know that spirit has a plan in place already. Okay, there's a higher power at play here when it comes to the situation. Okay, when it not only comes to why you're being guided to do whatever, you know, break up or whatever with this person, right? Where that, for those that applies, but also where you're guided to kind of just go with the flow and let spirit do its thing, trusting, knowing that spirit is working on your behalf to align something, you know, for you that's more, you know, better in alignment with what you need at this time. So even if you are being guided to, like I said, break up with someone, or, you know, let someone go, or just shift the, you know, change the dynamic of your connection, it's like spirit is guiding you to do this. And even if for those of you that are breaking up with someone, or a connection is ending, whatever, this is spirit letting you know that we also are, we also have control of that as well. Like, we have your back with that too. Don't worry. We're replacing what you're leaving behind with something way better. Okay. You just have to be willing to let it go and not hold on to it so tightly. Okay. Be patient with yourself, be patient with the process, and how you can do that and kind of like take your mind off of what it is you feel like you don't have, or what it is you feel like you're doing without right now, is shifting your, donating your time, your energy, your effort somewhere else. Okay. Even if it's volunteering, however that plays out, however that applies to you. Okay. Donating your time, your money, your effort, whatever that might be. Just know where you're putting it, especially when it comes to your money, donating money, because I'm learning that, like, while we think that we're doing a good thing by giving someone money, that especially people you don't know, strangers, right? That whatever they do with that money, the karma that's racked up from that money being put towards that, or being, invested in that, we receive some of that karma too, from whatever they use it for. And we're not always aware of what that is, right? So, I just kind of like, if you can give or donate in other ways that are still just as beneficial, but exactly what it's being used for, I personally recommend doing that. Okay. So anyway, that's what I have for you, collective. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please drop it in the comments. Let me know how it resonated. Please like, subscribe, share, follow, all those good things. And until next time, you guys.